next folks coming to us from Carver Elementary in Richmond Hills, Georgia. And we're excited to hear from you all. And then we'll hear from our folks in Philadelphia. So, Seeds of Stewardship, you're on.
Hi, we are the Eco Schools team captains from Carver Elementary in Richmond Hill on Georgia coast near Savannah. We have 684th and 5th grade students on our team, which is led by 133 captains. Students make thoughtful decisions that support native plants, wildlife, and the people who share our schoolyard. From mapping habitats to caring for species and sharing data, our team leads with curiosity, responsibility, and a growing sense of stewardship for our schoolyard. We are excited to share how we are protecting nature right here on our campus.
Carver is a National Wildlife Federation eco school. Our school is a green flag school, and we are currently working on earning our second green flag through our action project, Seeds of Stewardship. Our Eco Code motto is, we notice, we care, and every day at Carver we ask, what lives here and how can we care for it? Next slide, please.
In our eco story, we are going to tell you how Seeds of Stewardship connects kids to nature and increases biodiversity in our schoolyard. We hope it inspires you to take action for our nature and at your school. It's so easy.
Every day at Carver, we want students to learn by exploring the outdoors and caring for the environment around them. We are very lucky to have a diverse 50-acre campus. Our schoolyard includes a wetlands, swamp, forest, and a bioswale system, which is another name for a ditch. We have documented almost 400 species living at our school and have surveyed over 800 red swamp crayfish, eastern red swamp crayfish, and 17 two-toed amphibians. We share our data with the MacroBlitz project and the Georgia Southern Freshwater Ecology Lab.
This year, we decided we wanted more species to come live at Carver. The best way to increase biodiversity is for students to plant native plants. Our goal is to create new native habitats by mapping invasive species, documenting life, and protecting endangered and at-risk species while supporting Georgia's wildlife action.
Our work is financially supported by the Georgia Gold Grant, the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, and the Friends of Georgia's Non-Game Wildlife, and it gives us opportunities to take real action. At Carver, we know that even the smallest action can make a big difference, and it's easy for kids to be stewards of their schoolyard.
In the beginning of the school year, we identified the plants that live at our school using iNaturalist. So far, we have documented over 142 plant species. Almost all of our plants at our school are wetland species. We also created a school herbarium, which is a scientific collection of preserved plant specimens used for research and education.
In the fall and winter, we collect native seeds from the campus to build a seed library. We created an iNaturalist project to communicate the seeds that we have in our library so that we can share them with the Richmond Hill Garden Club and the Georgia Native Plant Society. We even invented a new method to prepare fine seeds like the yellow-eyed grass for cold stratification. Students at the Richmond Hill High School greenhouse are helping us grow these seeds into plants.
Now we'll be putting those native species back into our schoolyard to create new habitats for pollinators like bumblebees. We share our pollinator surveys with the Bumblebee Atlas and the Southeast Pollinator Census.
We noticed our two-toed lymphedema, which is the largest bark salamander of any. We realized the pond was too foul for invasive cattails and sapbones. We made the big decision to reset our wetland to increase the pond's square footage and restore water flow so the animals can migrate through the culverts. So basically, we cut everything down and are replanting with the seeds collected in the winter. It's already begun to grow again.
We also map and remove invasive non-native species like the tallawah tree and the climbing fern. We use a large laminated master map to track these non-native dominating species, and we share our data with the regional scientists. We even help take care for at-risk and endangered species at our school like the ball moss, and give our data to the Georgia Tracked Species Project.
Stewardship isn't just about planting and picking up trash. It's about speaking up. Our team wrote over 500 handwritten letters to State Senator Ben Watson. We're supporting House Bill 955, which would name the sweet big magnolia as Georgia's official state flower. Senator Watson voted yes.
Writing these letters help us understand that our voices can influence policies that protect the species we care about. We want other students to know that you don't have to go far to make a difference. You can start right where you are.
Through Seeds of Stewardship, we are proving that students are nature's best hope. We've learned that when students take care of nature, they also take care of their community and the future.
Our namesake, Dr. George Washington Carver, said, "Start where you are and with what you have, make something of it and never be satisfied." We want to use this quote to encourage you to take action at your school. Whether you're planting a single oak tree or writing letters to your leaders, your actions count and they add up. You can become an eco school so that your actions can help you earn meaningful recognition and certification.
We hope you will join us in our mission. Carver, we notice and we care. Thank you.
Without further ado, let's hear from the team from Laguna Beach. And go ahead, folks, jump right in.
Okay, so hi, we are Laguna Beach High School's green team, and we are presenting on our Sustained SoCal audit that we did last year. So yeah, and my name's Hadley, and I'm a sophomore. Oh, next slide. Our presentation is based off the Sustained SoCal Sustainability Campus Challenge, which is an educational program in which students audit their campus resource inefficiencies. There are 5 categories, including energy, waste, water, transportation, and health. These are researched and studied in order to develop actionable solutions to make their schools more sustainable. Next slide.
My name is Marlo. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm going to share a little bit about our role for the Sustained SoCal competition. Both years of the program thus far, we broke up into small committees, each focused on different aspects of our campus's sustainability, including transportation, energy, water, health, and waste, and performed audits specified to students' transportation to our school, our methods of waste diversion, the way we get our school lunch, and overall energy usage. And from this, we were able to come up with long-lasting solutions, including creating a campus garden, and we were able to receive feedback in that competition setting. Next slide.
Hi, I'm Penelope, and I'm a junior. I'll elaborate a bit on what Marlo said about kind of the data we collected. So each of our modules conducted a school-wide audit that included data from previous years, student body surveys, and examined and contextualized district-level statistics. We focused on 2 modules to provide efficient solutions for, and you can see some of the different ways we collected data on the slide. Next slide. Solutions that we're working on implementing are a district-wide energy management system for HVAC systems to identify and monitor sources of energy consumption, energy-efficient LED lighting and HVAC to reduce power consumption and lower energy costs, and installing solar panels to increase renewable energy generation and help offset carbon emissions. We have 2 plans for the solar panel installations. The first plan will cost about $1.4 million. Annual energy production will be about 350,000 kilowatt hours a year, and financial payback will take about 11 years. And the second plan costs about $2 million, annual energy production of 600,000 kilowatt hours a year, and financial payback will take about 13 years. Next slide.
Okay, so these are some of the photos. Oh, hi, my name is Ariana, and I'm a junior, by the way, sorry. But these are some of the photos from the last year's Epson presentation. So we took our pitch and we went to Epson, which is located in Anaheim, and then we were able to provide pitch, and there was other like organizations there as well, like Edison, which is our energy company, and like the waste company, and then our garden, which is most recently this past fall. Next slide, please. So some wins and challenges of our audit. Some wins of our audit is that we were able to learn more about our school and community, as well as being acknowledged as a voice within the city. We are always excited to successfully implement solutions and continue working on them so students can stay involved for the long term. So we're actually starting our 2nd year of the challenge this year as well. And it's really exciting. The work is continuous, so everybody can continue staying involved, like I said. The challenges were that some of the larger projects and solutions took more time to put into action, and there may have been possible skewed data because it was student surveys, so we have to take that into account. And then a lot of campus issues are tied to the city, so we have to look to the local government for guidance on that. Next slide, please.
Okay, so for personal connections, this project has helped me explore many different career paths while always keeping sustainability a key value. With the transportation module I worked on last year, I combined my love of cars with my passion for the environment, which has helped me decide what I want to do in college or what I want to study.
Participating in this challenge has helped me become more knowledgeable regarding sustainability across numerous aspects of my life, including providing me with prior knowledge from my environmental-based internship. Additionally, it has led me to adopt a more environmentally focused approach when considering future classes and careers.
Hi, I'm Roman and I'm in 9th grade. And so I'm going to talk about some education and connection opportunities as a result of this program. So our program lets students learn about sustainability topics that don't usually come up in class. Things like waste diversion, water treatment, and infrastructure comes up. And the best part of this is that we can actually apply that knowledge to our day-to-day lives. On top of that, the education experience we gain sets us up for future college and career goals in the environmental field. And finally, being a part of the green team connects us with major energy and waste companies, like our Orange County Waste and Recycling, which gives us doors to mentors, referencees, and future employers.
And now you might be wondering how other schools can conduct a similar process, since as you know, anything climate related is not an isolated effort. If your school resides in Southern California, you can simply join the competition through the Sustain SoCal website. Yet even without that standardized format, schools can follow the same general steps by finding a group of climate-minded students, performing research to identify that school-specific individual needs, and then creating solutions based on that audited data to implement, whether they're anything from a small-scale project to a large-scale project. Next slide, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, We are now going to hear from our last presenters. Yes, from Greenwoods Charter School in Philadelphia for Theme 3. And they're going to talk about some of the projects they're doing on their campus. And we'll turn it over to you all.
Hi, my name is Jalen. I'm an 8th grade student at Greenwich Charter School.
Hi, my name is Amber. I'm an 8th grade student at Greenwich Charter School. Hi, my name is Jacob Gibbons. I'm a 7th grade student at Greenwich Charter School.
Greenwoods is an environmental science-based school located in Philadelphia for grades kindergarten through 8th. Each grade is given their own service learning project to help them learn more about their environment and sustainability.
A few examples of these projects are 4th grade monitoring water levels in our campus pond and raising trout. Thank you. 5th and 6th grade running our recycling, composting, and trash and monitoring how much of each we get. And then 7th grade is doing energy audits and monitoring our air quality in the Philadelphia area. This year, our 8th graders have 2 major projects. One of our major projects are the tree restoration project, and our other one is the Greenwoods Arboretum project. Why do we focus on trees? We focus on trees because they give many benefits to our environment. They provide food and shelter for animals, and they prevent erosion when they are planted by stabilizing the ground. The impact we aim to make through trees. While planting these trees, our students will learn to be more environmentally aware and learn about the environment we live in and help them support biodiversity as they grow up.
What is the Greenwoods Tree Restoration Project? The purpose of our tree restoration project is to help plant trees more native to our areas and to create biodiversity and help beautify the ecosystems around us. Our tree restoration project began in 2023, where we gathered native tree tublings and nursed them in our greenhouse upstairs. We then gave these tublings to one of our K-8 students nurture over the summer as a summer learning project. The following fall, those students bring the trees back to be continued to be nursed in our greenhouse until they are mature enough to be shipped off to our partners, the Roxborough and Manayunk Conservancy, and be planted around our community.
Our summer tree fostering project is a project for all families K through 8th who take home trees during the summer to nurture them. They will learn to journalize their water intake and measure how tall they are. This project teaches responsibility on how to nurture plants, and the trees will return during the fall school year.
What is the Greenwood Tree Arboretum Project? Our Tree Arboretum project is focused around giving an outdoor living classroom to people in our community and other schools who may not be exposed to as much green space as we are. In Philadelphia, most of our play areas are blacktop or pavement, and not a lot of schools are able to experience as much outdoor ecosystem as we are. So we hope to give them, along with the other people in our community, a chance to explore the environment they live in.
The criteria we have to meet to be established as a level 1 arboretum. To start, we worked with an arboretumist to identify the trees we already have around our campus. And then each 8th grade student was assigned a tree to learn about, and then they had to identify them around our campus. Then once we are established, we'll make a website to put all of our research on where people who visit can come and learn. We have many species of trees and shrubs around our campus, but we are focused on these main 25 for our arboretum. Some of the trees we are focused on is the American holly, the black locust, and the eastern redbud.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. To close out, me and my peers would love to give you a reason that we love our school and one way you can help make a difference in your community. One reason I love my school is because of our group and buddy activities. Not only do we get the chance to work with our peers and classmates in our grades, but we also get a chance to help out the younger students and make sure that they're learning just as much as we do throughout their academic career. One thing you could do to make your community a better place is take the time out of your day to teach someone younger than you something that they may not have learned in life yet.
A reason I love our school is because of all the green space we have access to, and I know not a lot of schools in Philadelphia have access to all the green space for playing and field studies. A way you can make a difference is utilize as much green space as you have, even if it's not a lot. One reason I love our school is our pond. We use our pond for many things. One of the things that we do with our pond is test the water, how healthy the water is. We test for pH and ammonia levels, but we also look for macroinvertebrates. One thing you can do is to test the body of water near you and see how healthy it is. Thank you.
Wow, phenomenal. Great job. Coming to us from Fayette County Public Schools in Lexington, Kentucky. So they're going to talk a little bit about their connections to Parks and Rec and some of their projects that they're doing.
Hey everyone, my name is Jackson and I'm a co-chair for the Parks and Recreation Committee for the Bluegrass Youth Sustainability Council.
And I'm Anya, I'm also a co-chair.
And we're joined today by Drew from a different area. We, the BYSC community, are a coalition of students from 3 different Fayette County high schools who are passionate about protecting and improving our community's green spaces. Today, we want to share with you 2 ways we've been taking real action this year. Getting our hands dirty removing invasive species and helping bring a major national partnership to Lexington.
Hi, I'm Drew Zimmerman, and I'm a member of our Parks and Rec committee that got started about 5 years ago, right during and after COVID. We saw firsthand how important green spaces are to our community, parks being lifelines when everything else was closed. So our students started asking, how can we actually support and protect those spaces? That's taken a lot of different forms over the years, such as park loader cleanups, raising awareness about new parks coming to our area, and hosting community events. This year, we took it a step further. We're students from 3 high schools working together alongside our advisor, Tristine Logston, and we partner with local and national organizations to make real change.
So when deciding what we wanted our first steps to be towards protecting our green spaces, we knew there are a lot of different issues at hand that we could have possibly tackled, such as the water quality of our local streams, the accessibility our park provides to the residents, basic cleanliness, and much, much more. While brainstorming all these different problems, we decided to focus on invasive species, which are found in almost all the parks in Bay County. We got in contact with the Lexington Parks and Recreation Committee, and with their help, set up the first of many steps towards revitalizing, preserving, and protecting our local recreational areas. Next slide. So now that I've given a brief introduction of what our target was, let me introduce you to our most hands-on project this year, the invasive species removal right here in Lexington at Cardinal Run Park. So what you're seeing in these photos is our team removing Japanese honeysuckle. Honeysuckle might look beautiful, but it's actually one of the most damaging species in Kentucky. It spreads aggressively, climbing over and smothering native plants, blocking out light and reducing biodiversity. When native plants lose ground, so do the insects, birds, and animals that depend on them. By spending a day pulling and cutting it out, even in some pretty cold and snowy conditions, we helped native plants reclaim their space. It's a small act, but protecting nature sometimes means rolling up your sleeves and doing the work. Next slide, please.
And here's the project we're most excited to share about, and it started at this very conference. Last year, our advisor, Tracey Logston, attended the 2025 Green Schools National Conference and learned about the Trust for Public Lands Community Schoolyards program. She came back to BYC and wondered, could Lexington be a fit? Trust for Public Lands, aka TPL, is a national nonprofit that's been working since 1972 to connect people to the outdoors. They've created over 350 community schoolyards across the country, transforming asphalt school grounds into vibrant green spaces that are open to the whole community even after school hours. Think of gardens, climbing structures, shaded areas with trees, gathering spaces, all accessible, all free, and for everyone. But why does this matter? Well, nearly 20 million Americans don't have access to a park within a 10-minute walk of home. Schoolyards represent a huge untapped opportunity to close that gap. So what's our role? We are a student team doing the site selection work. We've analyzed every Fayette County public school, middle and elementary school using an independently synthesized criteria. And this includes things like looking at which neighborhoods have the least park access, where climate and equity needs are the greatest, and where a transformed schoolyard would have the biggest community impact. The TPL student community is leading that analysis, and we'll recommend one school as the best candidate for a community schoolyard after a further digital and on-site inspection. Next slide, please. And here's our vision to what we're working toward in the next few years in 3 steps. First, we plan to finish our school selection analysis and recommend the Lexington campus that has the greatest need and opportunity. Second, we want to work alongside TPL, community members, neighbors, and students and educators to co-design the space. One of the most powerful things about the community schoolyards model is that the community shapes it. Students help design their own schoolyard and learn about everything from native plants to drainage to the urban heat in the process. Finally, we open it up. A formerly underused asphalt schoolyard becomes a green, all-ages community hub, open to families, seniors, kids, and anyone, all day, even after school hours. Apologies. Nature needs protectors, and protecting nature doesn't always mean going to a wilderness area. Sometimes it might mean looking right at the neighborhood around you and wondering, how could we bring more green space, more life, and more access to people here? And that's what we're doing in Lexington. Thank you so much.